MixtapeRadio.net.
There's the beat holding on your strap. B-Mo, this is the land of the in the 4-4-3 in that 4-1-0. B-Mo, you better know how to aim. B-Mo, you might not leave here with your brain. B-Mo, are you fucking insane? Cause we play for keeps out here in this game.
Yeah, Tone Logan, forever northeast coasting.
D.O. overdosing MCs out here.
I look out with the tones out, Charles Bronson.
Sniper with that rifle, leave his face like a dolphin. OD, you know me, yellow tape caution. Wash his blood off with that lever 2000. Who wants some?
Gunplay,
Awesome.
I call a spade a
Well,
spade.
the Kings running the boss.
4 Rugers, 2 shooters like before they traded Walker.
Hit you in your temple from the arc like culture.
With that T-Mac rocket launcher.
Divide and conquer.
Copperhead's the same size the head on Rihanna.
I eat niggas alive, the lyrical Jeffrey Dahmer. Spiritual criminal, I will David Koresh Palmer.
Yeah, that's before the sun, I feed the fakes to piranhas.
Who can Uber to the pits?
Hollow heads to the llamas.
What is up, Ravens fans? What's up, Bengals fans? Pre-game show, Ravens Fan Nation, YouTuber.com. I am Joe. The Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be meeting in M&T Bank Stadium this weekend in Baltimore, Maryland. You know what they're fighting for? Do you know what they're fighting for? Because I do. AFC North supremacy. A lead in the AFC North. A slim lead, but a lead. The Pittsburgh Steelers are expected to be 5-2 by the end of the 2 weeks against the Lions, against the Browns, which means the Ravens and or the Bengals are going to have to keep up with these fucking teams against this fucking Pittsburgh Steelers offense and defense and this team. But it's going to be impossible for one of the two teams on Sunday, and I hope the Ravens are the one that comes out on the victorious side. You know, don't expect this division to be a one-man circus or a two-man circus. It's going to be a three-man circus all year round. Let's get right into the game right now. Get your brats out, get your sausages, get your baby back ribs, get your beer, sit back, and watch the football game, because it's going to be a great game indeed. Michael Orr's been impressive this year. He's been fucking impressive. Made a few mistakes in the preseason, but it's been impressive in the regular season. I cannot believe this guy. But he's going to have a great test against a great guy on the Cincinnati Bengals side, and that is Antoine Odom, defensive end for the Cincinnati Bengals. You know, Michael Orr might have to step in for Jared Gaither, the injured Jared Gaither, tomorrow for left tackle. But I'm confident in the boy. I'm confident. Because you know what he proves? He's not going to back down from nobody. Even though Odom is a fucking beast, he's not backing down. You know, everybody's wondering whether Ed Reed's going to have a great game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And you know what? I kind of disagree. And I don't want to do that because I love Ed Reed. But let me tell you why. Ed Reed's been gambling. And I don't like when he gambles. Because when he gambles, the receiver winds up with the ball and not him. And Carson Palmer, with 845 yards of offense and 6 touchdowns, impressive, has a special talent. Has a special talent that every quarterback has, but he's using very well. And that is knowing where his receivers are at all times. Knowing where Chad Okocinco is down the field at all times. And expect Mr. Carson Palmer to expose Baltimore's weakness, which has been their secondary. Cincinnati is not going to have a good game running the ball tomorrow. At all. Don't expect it from Bernard Scott or Cedric Benson, who I might add has 84 carries, over 300 yards of offense, and 2 TDs. But don't expect those numbers tomorrow against Baltimore's #1 rush defense. So where does that leave Cincinnati? Where does that leave Cincinnati? With Chad Okocinco and Andre Cardwell. 2 great fucking guys making an impressive start for Cincinnati this year. Great fucking guys. You know, Baltimore has to step up on secondary. And I'm talking to the corners. I'm talking to Dominic Foxworth. I'm talking to Ed Reed. I'm talking to every fucking body on that team. Step up. You stepped up against the Browns. You better step up against the Bengals. If not, it's going to turn out to be a Patriots or a Chargers game, which I don't want to see. Also, Haloti Nada, man. This fucking guy's on fire. Expect him to get some good tackles tomorrow. Some great fucking tackles tomorrow. Ray Lewis, I expect he's going to have an average game, as well as Terrell Suggs. But this fucking core, this core is just on fire. On fire. These defensive fucking men are on fire. And that's why I love them. That's why I love them. They just signed Prescott Burgess back to the roster because they lost Brandon Alvedazio to that injury. So expect this defense to be on fire. Now, I'm not saying whether it's going to be on fire with some sacks, with some interceptions, with some fumbles, but it's going to be on fire against Carson Palmer. But just watch out in the pocket. Expect Palmer to set up some shotgun formations. Expect him to come down to some 4th and short situations where he will pass the ball. Just be on the lookout. Now let's get to the offensive side of the Baltimore Ravens. Can you believe the RMM, Rice McGahee McClain? Can you believe Wills McGahee looking amazing this year? I can see it coming. Joe Flacco looking amazing. I'm not going to call him the best quarterback in the NFL, but he's looking like an elite quarterback in the NFL right now. And that's why I love the man. That's why I love the man. The offensive line with Matt Burke, again, Michael Orr, and even Jared Gaither, if he's playing, looking amazing. Amazing. And that's why I love the offense of the Baltimore Ravens. So expect Joe Flacco to run the ball a lot against the Cincinnati Bengals tomorrow, but also set up some great passing opportunities for Derek Mason and Kelly Washington. Expect it to be happening a lot. Mark Clayton, yes, they will use him. They will use Mark Clayton. They're not giving up on hope in that boy. They're not giving up hope on that boy at all. And I'm not either. But expect them to use Kelly Washington more than they use Derek Mason or Mark Clayton. That's how I see it going down, you know? So expect Joe Flacco to set up some short passes when he can to his receivers and to his backs. Also expect him to use some deep passes against the Cincinnati Bengals. But one guy you better watch out for, and that is Ray Montaluga, because he's sacking quarterbacks left and right. You know, he came into Cincinnati better than the veterans. Better than the veterans. And he's stepping in as a great role for the Bengals. He has some great sacks against the Packers and against the Steelers, and this guy's on fire. He's on fire. So expect Cincinnati to use him up the middle a lot, trying to get Joe Flacco uncomfortable in the pocket. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. So anyway, I am Joe, and don't forget to watch the game tomorrow, because it's going to be a great game, and I expect it to be an amazing game. Our defense, our offense is going to be stepping up tomorrow more than they have stepped up against every other team in the National Football League they've ever played, because it's a lead for the AFC North. And I am Joe, live free or die trying. And if I was you, I'd expect to pick number 1.